What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Dishonored. So we are moving on to our first real mission here. Now that we have our goals set in mind and we have the faces in our heads that are going to meet our blade soon. Well, not in this run, but you get the picture. We're moving on to the Distillery District, which is where the Overseer's castle is, and it's where High Overseer Campbell is. He is going to be our first target.
Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Alright, so the levels in this game are really open-ended, and the amount of choices you have as far as not only how to traverse the level, but how to go about completing your core objective are nearly limitless. So I'm going to choose the path that I think is quickest, at least from what I've discovered from my runs through the game. Quickest on how to get to him without encountering much resistance from enemies, because obviously I don't want to kill anybody. So I'm going to be doing this as quick as possible, not getting hardly any loot, not doing any side missions or anything like that. And we will be coming back to this area actually for another mission later on, and there will be some new missions available for us, which I will be doing. But if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. I'll make sure to go over that stuff. And just keep in mind that I'll be going over anything I miss in this run if I decide to do the combat run. So right here you're going to see me put away my sword and start running, because there are civilians in this area actually, and they will completely ignore us even though we're wearing the mask. So only members of the City Watch and other hostile enemies will really recognize us. Over there leads us to the actual distillery itself, which is where Slackjaw and the Bottle Street gang are. So we're going to ignore them for now because they have relevance later in the game, but I don't need to go bothering them right now because they don't know who we are yet, so they would be hostile towards us now. There are some items you can get in there, but nothing really that I need to take advantage of right now, especially because I don't need anything in this run. But it's very important that we go there in order to get the non-lethal objective for the next time we go to this area. So you're going to see me manually save a lot. This is actually the first time I'm doing it, but much like in the Doom and Quake games, or in Rage, or even in Bioshock, I manually, or actually in Deus Ex as well, all the games where you can manually save anywhere, I will be highly taking advantage of that in this game, because this game, I am extremely likely to mess things up and have to redo an area, so you're going to see me do that a lot. It's going to make editing this a lot easier. So I go ahead and skipped across the street there because there is a wall of light checkpoint there in the middle which will kill us if we walk through it. So we're not going to do that. Also, there is a way to disable it if you remove the whale oil canister from it. And you can also use a rewire tool to make it kill enemies that walk through it instead of you. So that's pretty nice. But even if you use the possession and take control of a rat, it'll fry the rat too. But you can also use the possession to take control of a guy and have him walk through and kill himself, which is pretty cool. But like I said, we're just going to be ignoring that altogether. We're going to be skipping that checkpoint, going under the bridge and over around this way. There are a couple guys there I just skipped by going past that box there. I'm going to try to blink on top of this guard post right here. You can go inside the guard post through that grate on the top there, but we're not going to be doing that because we don't need to even bother that guy. I want to try to blink over to the entrance to the Overseer's castle. I guess it's a castle. Without alerting that guy over there, so just be patient. That was really good timing on that. I have, we're moving on to, it's the High Overseer's office, I guess I should say. But that was really good timing on that. That didn't take hardly any time at all to get through that area. So we're really knocking this mission out pretty fast. Like I said, in a no-kills run, there's really no time to dilly-dally around. It's a borderline speed run.
Is that true? Or is it the itching that really...
So there's Overseer Martin being held captive by this guy. We're going to knock him out. And we're going to get a good look at the Overseers here. It's a new enemy type. And they're actually very tough to take down because, for one, you can't hit them in the face with the crossbow because they have metal masks on. And the Overseers are essentially religious zealots that worship the outsider. And they have quite a lot of power here in the city of Dunwall, but we'll be going more into that later.
Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days. By the way, feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal. his notorious Black Book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. Alright, I won't be...
Alright, so this is Teague Martin. He is a ex-overseer. He's defected to our side, and he's now fighting for our cause. So he's a completely optional character, though. You don't have to recruit him at all if you don't want to, but I think it's worth it. I think it adds a lot more to the story to recruit him. He's just gonna walk his ass back over to the Hound Pits without us there. He's just gonna mosey his way down the distillery district. What a disgrace. Anyway, there's a brief look at the area map here. It's not a very intuitive area map, so I would just ignore it. And I know my way to get around this area, so let's not worry about it too much. You can exit the level the same way you came back in, or you can go out a back entrance. Either way, Samuel will meet you there. So I highly recommend going out the back entrance, though, because there's some other... let's see, Hatters fire the first shot. There's just some gang propaganda on there, written there. But yeah, the going out the back way allows you to get another side mission. I actually skipped a side mission on the way in here with an optional character we can save, and if you save him, he'll have his name is Griff, and he'll have a shop available for you if you do that. But like I said, I'm not interested in buying anything because I don't need any weapons or anything really in this run, so it's not even worth the time to waste doing it. Like I said, in the other run, that's a different story.
Or even the High Overseer himself, who violates our codes and must be cast out.
So we overhear a conversation between those two overseers about the Heretics brand. So that sounds like a pretty good idea if you ask me. I wonder if there's some way we can use that on Campbell to where we don't have to kill him and he can just be cast out of his position, and we don't have to worry about actually, you know, it's a way to get rid of him without actually killing him. So accidentally, one of those guards kind of saw me out of the corner of his eye, so he came in here partially alerted looking for me. But if you blink up here onto these pipes, they cannot see you. They refuse to look up to find you. And they found that unconscious body I left down there, so now the two guys are alerted. But if I can potentially take them out before they set off an actual alarm, it will affect my stats at the end of the level, though, but it'll say, you know, unconscious or dead bodies found. That number will be increased, but I don't really care about that. That's not part of this run to get no, you know, bodies found or anything like that. He seems to be having an issue there. I'm really not 100% sure if guards in this game can wake up on other unconscious guards after I've knocked them out. I know in Deus Ex 3 they can wake up unconscious guys, which does give you, you know, if you don't care about killing or not, that does give you kind of an incentive to, you know, kill them so they can be woken back up again. And then when you're doing the pacifist run in Deus Ex 3, stuff like the tranquilizer darts, you know, if you hit a guy from afar, another guy will go walk up to him and wake him up again. It's not like obnoxious or anything. It doesn't happen a whole lot, as you saw in that Let's Play, but I'm pretty much I'm almost 100% certain that guards cannot wake each other up in this game, which does make things a lot easier on us. So again, there's multiple paths to get into the office. We can go in through the front door, obviously, or we can go, there's some doors on the side there. But I want to go this way. This is a drainage pipe that goes underneath the building into this other area here, which allows us to get into the kennels. And the kennels, as you can imagine, house the what are those things called? The hounds. This is the other side of that courtyard. We just went from one side to the other. The drainage pipe goes underneath.
Do not let your keen eyes wander tonight, boy. There's word of bad men about. Here's a good boy. Good boy, Justice.
I can't remember what these dogs are called. There's something hounds. Let me look that up real quick. Okay, they're just called wolfhounds. It's not that complicated at all, actually. So we're gonna go ahead and save again. You can tell that I'm playing on an Xbox that's offline because of the date and time that it saves at, which is stupid, but whatever.
Settle down.
I believe wolfhounds do count towards your death total if you kill them. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I am going to be ignoring them just to be safe. Now there is some shenanigans you can pull in this area by unlocking and locking all these cells and whatnot. You can actually possess a wolfhound as well. You can sprint and attack people. It's pretty fun. But we're not going to be doing that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, possession level 1 allows you to possess a rat or a wolfhound, and then possession level 2 allows you to possess a person. So, there is a way for me to blink on top of these kennels in order to get past this guy. If I can do that. Yeah, there we go. Again, guards don't seem to want to look up in this game, but that's okay, that works to our advantage. Oh, crap. Yep, there I go, messing things up again. This is one of those times where if I just run, I think I'll be okay, because once you transition into this next area where the loading screen is, then it will be as if the guards will not be able to follow us into the next screen. So this is a little hidden area I want to show off here. If I push in the eye of this statue, it will reveal a secret room. It's the High Overseer's secret chamber, and he's got some loot in here. He's got some paintings. He's got some valuables. He's got a bed for God knows what reason. And he's got this glass case here that has a rune in it. We're going to get that rune. We're not going to need the rune, but I figured I might as well show off where this is. I'll show it off in both runs. Got a rune. He's got the mask that the assassins that killed the Empress have. I wonder why. I don't think it's ever really explained. But anyway, we now have what I think the best possible stealth way to get inside the High Overseer's office. So we come out here right beneath the staircase, and now we just have to work our way up there. And this is going to be pretty tricky. So there are Overseers all over the place in here. Like I said, the Overseers in combat, they're pretty tough because they don't take damage to the face. They have, a lot of them have wolfhounds. Later in the game, Overseers have this music box of death that negates all of your magic, and they have a pretty long sword as well. No fancy equipment really, other than just a sword and a gun. Let's see, I could knock that guy out, but I don't really care about that. I'm just gonna keep going on right here. I can crawl through this opening at the top of this door. And I can also blink on top of these light fixtures. I don't know how I don't cause the thing to come crashing down, but whatever. That's probably the best way to get into the High Overseer's meeting chamber. There's a rune on the wall in this room, and there is the glass of Tyvian Red, which, as Calissa told us, Campbell is going to try to poison Jeff Curnow. So we have many options here. You can either poison both of them, poison Campbell, which will allow you to get the most awesome lethal takedown in this one without actually stabbing him yourself. It's really awesome. I highly recommend doing that if you don't care about getting the lethal takedown on him. But then in order to get the non-lethal takedown on him, we have to spill the glasses, get rid of the poison altogether, so both of them live.
This is really intense. Let me see. It seems I have the wrong one. Not that one. No. Ah, here we are. Now if you'll join me. Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained in the meantime.
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tyvian Red.
Thank you.
Now, every time I've played the game, I've always let Curnow live. I've never had him get killed. And he'll be very helpful later in the game for that reason.
Well, time to do this the hard way.
What was that, Campbell?
Never mind. It's a stroke of luck for you, Captain. I'm forced to break out the real vintage. Leave the men here, but we'll have to share with all of them.
Very well, Campbell. As long as we...